This respect towards acharyas, their words, is very important. Yesterday, Amshalas was asking a question. Sloka 7, Arjuna is telling Shishya Sadimam Tam Prapannam. Now, after that, why is he telling I shall not fight? Now, not only that, if we go further, Shloka number 8 is telling I'm fully grief stricken. This grief is driving me away. I'm in a difficult state. Actually, Dhritarashtra, when he is hearing, he is very happy after hearing all these things. But momentarily, Sanjaya spoke to him that is Parantapa. Parantapa means he is not an ordinary person. He will devour the enemies just mercilessly. Again, he become fearful. Now, to the point, I shall not fight or expressing the grief. Now, we should understand. If we understand the heart of Arjuna, we can understand these statements which are coming from Arjuna and also from Sanjay. So according to our acharyas, according to pure souls, it's a very clear indication that Arjuna is submitting from his side. Please understand. He's submitting from his side, but the grief is not yet gone. Or the decision is not yet changed. He did not change his decision yet. Previously in chapter 1 also, he was actually conveying the same thing. At the end of chapter 1, it is conveyed that Arjuna is telling Krishna that this grief is killing me. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. Now, right before submission also, he is telling that this heavenly planets, after submission, the position in the heavenly planet is also not giving me satisfaction. See, he is submitting, but he is submitting through his side. Please understand. That means that through that submission, these things have not yet gone. Please understand. What is not yet gone? The grief is not yet gone. The desire not to fight is not yet gone. The desire to fight will come later. Grief will be removed later when Krishna begins speaking. So his submission, his surrender is pure, perfect. But whatever is there in his heart is not yet removed. It will remove once Krishna begins to speak. That is the whole point. Why is he expressing like that? Now in Shloka 10 also, O descendant of Bharata, at the time Krishna, smiling in the midst of both the armies, spoke the following words to the grief-stricken Arjuna. Now, Sanjay is mentioning grief-stricken Arjuna. One second. So, here Sanjay is also mentioning grief-stricken Arjuna. He submitted, surrendered. These things are not yet gone. It will be gone. Because Krishna has to sanction the mercy. See, from our side, see, Arjuna, whatever he is supposed to done from his side of a disciple, he did everything. And another important aspect is he's very honest to his heart. He's sharing his inabilities again. Only a genuine, bold devotee can only do this. No one else can do this. Devotee means very transparent. He will not hide anything. Arjuna is very transparent to Krishna. Now here the dialogue conversation is only between Arjuna and Krishna. Now everyone, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we are all reading this. But please understand, this is a conversation between two personalities. That is, whatever he is sharing his heart. Yes, Arjuna knows that only Krishna can dissipate that. No one else. That's why he's sharing his heart. That means he submitted. After submission, he's telling, I still have this problem. You please correct this. So actually, this is a real submission. What is submission? Submission is not just expressing that everything belongs to you. No. Through that, we should also share whatever our inabilities in our heart. They'll take care of that. Because that only will give solace. Because unless and until problem is told to the doctor, will the doctor solve the problem? No, Arjuna from his side, whatever he's supposed to do, he's doing. What is the thing? He submitted and then he's sharing his problems one last time to Krishna. This is the last time. In sloka number 8, that is the last time Arjuna spoke those words. And Sanjay is confirming those words in sloka number 9 and 10. Please understand, only devotee can understand other devotees. No one can else understand this. That's why this truth, why Srila Prabhupada always mentions that this truth should be heard through Guru Parampara. Otherwise, you cannot pursue. My friend, he is also hearing. Now, I told him, what you are hearing is impersonal. It will not give, your heart will not change. I already told him. He said, I will try. He said, you try, but your heart will not change. He is hearing from a person who is an impersonal state. Impersonal. That means it gives importance to impersonalism. I said, no matter how many days you hear, your heart will not change. I said, you continue. I'll also send a couple of classes. You hear that. You tell me the difference. I need to speak to him again. So this is important. Why? Because Gita, lot of people, lot of personalities will get a desire to understand Gita. But only those personalities will understand who are in the chain of disciplic succession. No one can understand. Because that understanding also comes through submission. See, this is part of submission only. What is part of submission? Sharing his art is part of submission. That state is telling that I'm submitting, but still I have this. I'm submission. That is that thing. But still I have these problems. What is the greatest problem? That means he summarized all those problems in one shot. Shloka number 8. Summarized everything. Very beautiful. Please understand, dear devotee, this is a great opportunity for us to how we should express our heart to our superiors. Oh, for me, it's the greatest lesson actually. Because when I meet my superior, I should be very clean. Clean in the sense, in out, both should be same. Crystal clear. If I have a material desire which is not coming out, I should express that. Oh, this is a material desire. Just I'm giving an example. This how transparent the relationship should be. Should express. I'm trying to come out of this, but I'm unable to. I need mercy. You please pray. Through your prayers only I can come out of this. I really want to become a devotee. I'm thinking I'm a devotee, but I'm not a devotee. This is actually the way. Actually, I really appreciate yesterday Bhaswati Mataji's sharing on the question. I was thinking of the question again and again after our discussion. Question should be like this actually. What is the question? Very, very important. If we give up our job, what should be our situation? How is it taken care of? The desire itself is great actually. Doing it later or not, that is next. But the desire of what? To practice pure devotion service. Because by doing this 9 to 7 job or 9 to 6 job and then practicing, we can practice, but it will not be that effective. But the desire she expressed, what is the desire? If this thing is gone, how do I manage? The desire, Krishna is very pleased with that desire. That doesn't mean that when we quit our material job, doesn't mean that we will not do anything. No, no, we will do various activities, spiritual act, spiritual service. The spiritual service to be done. Now that spiritual service, as that is connected directly to Guru Sadhu Shastra, we will get utmost benefit to that, through that. Because if the service is not connected to Guru Sadhu Shastra, no matter where we have job or we quit a job, or we are doing something else other than that, it will not help actually. That means you will not feel the presence of the Lord in the heart. To feel the presence of the heart in the Lord, the desires from the selfless man should manifest in one's consciousness. So again, wherever we are, sthane sthiti if our fruits in the sense whatever we are getting, if the fruits are engaged in the service of Guru Sadhu Shastra, then that becomes devotion. That means you are actually working for the acharyas, you are working for Krishna. Because the fruits are what is the fruit happening? Fruit is engaged in the service of the Lord. And this is very difficult. Very, very difficult. Once in a blue moon, once for Janmashtami or once for Gaur Purnima, giving $100, $50, $200 or $2,000. We see that devotees doing it. But doing it on a regular basis is difficult. Why? Because that kind of inspiration or aspiration is not yet received. Because we still thinking or understanding that whatever I am doing, I know it's not easy. So many communities, it's like that only. Wherever it is like that only. Everyone will not be in that state. Everyone will not aspire for that. Everyone will not feel that this is being given by the Lord to me. Because if a devotee really feels that this is being given by the Lord, just like Arjuna is feeling, that's why he's submitting everything. Why the submission is coming to Arjuna and to Srila Prabhupada and to all pure souls? Why the submission is coming? 1 second. So why the submission is coming to Arjuna? Because Arjuna understands Krishna is my master, Krishna is my proprietor, Krishna is my mentor. Whatever Kolavaicha Sridhar, very beautiful example. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very personally going and staying with Kolavaicha Sridhar only. And Kolavaicha Sridhar, he gets 15 paisa. From that 15 paisa, 7.5 paisa he leaves in the service. That means 50, 7.5 paisa. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for the other 7.5 paisa, he is actually bargaining. No, you should give this for half anna, half paisa. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is bargaining. He'll bargain with those devotees only who are in this state. He says, no, you are cheating me. You are giving, this is not 1 anna. This is not 1 anna. This is half anna. So very, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami explains, Rama Spirita also telling on this. So very beautiful interaction between both of them. One is a pure devotee, other person is a Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Supreme Personality of Godhead is actually Lakshmi Pati. He has unlimited opulence, but that person is actually doing bargain with his pure devotee because he wants to share that rasa, interaction, exchange that. Now, why the Lord is doing that kind of rasa with this particular, with Kolavaicha Sridhar? Because he is in a very selfless man. It's completely submitted. Because why are we discussing this important aspect here? Because if we understand this aspect clearly, we need to know that this has to be done. Our lifestyle should change, dear devotees. Our way of living should change. Our way of dealing in this world should change. Everywhere you should see the presence of the Lord. You are working, you should see the presence of the Lord. You get salary, you should see the presence of the Lord in them. You are intelligent, you should see the presence of the Lord. You are dejected, you should understand Krishna is testing me. You are elated, Krishna is giving mercy. That means what is happening at every moment you are seeing the presence of. That is what Arjuna is seeing. Why Arjuna is submitting? Because he is not seeing anything else other than the Lord. Please understand. Just like when Arjuna was being asked by his teacher, Dronacharya, what are you seeing, Arjuna? Because he is asking all the Pandavas. First he asked Bhima, because there is a wood fish on the top of the tree. And then Bhima comes. And then he would ask Bhima, what do you see? I see tree, I see sky. He said, okay. Next person. Next devotee. Who is coming next? Then Yudhishthira Maharaj. Everyone are coming, they're telling different, so many other things. Huh? Duryodhana was also telling. But when the chance came to Arjuna, Arjuna immediately said, I'm seeing only the eye of the fish. Are you seeing the tree? No. Are you seeing the sky? No. Are you seeing the fish? No. I'm only seeing the eye. Hit the target. He hit it. That means what is Arjuna? What is his consciousness? Just like he's seeing only the eye of the fish, now he's only seeing the presence of the Lord. He's not seeing anything else. Our consciousness should be tuned up in such a way that we should see only him, we should not see anything else. And this seeing only him, not anything else, is given to us by our acharyas. They gift us. Now, when do they gift us? When our aspirations are pure. When our motivations, they are pure, they are genuine. They are not. If our aspirations and motivations are not pure, then we get diluted. Diluted in this material world only. Nowhere else. Sometimes we get this understanding. When we think more, are those thoughts pleasing the Lord? Because he's sitting in the heart as Paramatma. We cannot cheat him. We agree or not agree, he's there in the heart. We can perceive that. He gives reciprocations. I remember my spiritual master telling recently to us that this is a devotee who came to the community, who actually served in the school industry for 35 years when he retired. And then that devotee told Prabhu once that I was in the midst of somewhere, all of a sudden, I don't know from where this thought came, but this thought was pulling me to my home few years back. And he didn't understand why this is coming from his heart and heart. And that devotee, he went to his home and then he found his father. His father is very ill, very sick. Now he understands this is the mercy of the Lord, that the Lord was asking him was sending him to his home so that he can be with his father when he's about to leave. He left after that. In few hours he left. That means there's a force which pulls us. Please understand. We are not devoid of that. We are not away from that. We see so many. Our vision can be transformed in such a way that at every moment, yat karosi, yat ashnasi, yat juhosi, dadasi, yat tapasya kunteya, tat kuru swamadalpanam. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you serve, whatever you work, do it as an offering to me. Offer me. Krishna is telling. Other devotee, the moment the devotee will hear this, wow, thank you, Krishna. It's a great opportunity for me. Let me offer this to you. It's a great shelter. Please, Krishna, I will offer this to you. Where will I go without this offering? My life is useless if I do not offer. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. If you did not ask, let's say on the other side, if Krishna is not asking us, then where do we go? Do we have any shelter? Do we have any hope in this world? No hope in this world. That person is not accepting us. Who will accept us? Nobody else can accept us. Because no one can satisfy or pacify our consciousness. Only that person can pacify our consciousness. Because he is a father. He is a root. That's why Arjuna understood that root. Then look at his submission. Actually, the entire Gita begins there only. No, before that, what is that? It's kind of prerequisites. But the prerequisites are also very important to understand the real subject matter. That means, actually, that prerequisite is our life only. Please understand. It's not something else. That prerequisites which Arjuna is quoting in the scriptures, that is our life actually. What is our life? Arey, without this prerequisite, my life is useless. Because I do not understand why the lamentation is coming to me. Why the problems are coming to me. Why Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara, why these things are affecting me. Cannot understand. We cannot perceive that I am in the external energy. That is why these things are troubling me. Now, Arjuna realized that. Arjuna understood that. That's why through that external energy, whatever trouble is manifesting is sharing that also. To what Vamshi Prabhu was asking. He's sharing that also. He's sharing that this unlimited wealth, or you have been, or you give me the heavenly planets also. Still, my heart will not be satisfied. Wow. Then by seeing that it's a very clear, it's a very clarity, it's a great understanding. By the mercy of the Acharyas, that never ever run behind any of those things. Because Lakshmipati is who? Not we. Krishna. He is Lakshmipati. A lot of people they have this name, Lakshmipati. So what are we Lakshmipati? Sure, we are Lakshmipati Das, not Lakshmipati. We are not Krishna, we are Krishna Das. We are not Rama, we are Rama Das. We are not Lakshmipati, but we are Lakshmipati Das. So whoever realizes that, then he understands everything belongs to the Lord. What everything? Everything. Manasa Dega Jokichum Arpila Topada Nandakishwara. This is a perfection in oneself. You know what is a pinnacle? What is a perfection in Krishna consciousness? Everything belongs to you, my dear Father. Just an instrument belongs to you. If there's a problem, if there's a difficulty, yes, thank you, my dear. I deserve this. Everyone should put me down. I deserve this. Thank you, Krishna. Jadavara, he's acting. Why? Because he understands previous 2 lives, he did not act. That's why he's in this situation. Now what is he doing? He's acting. He's acting in front of his family members. His family members are telling, do this, do that. He's not responding to them. Correct. He's not responding. Please understand. Person is not responding. In his consciousness, he understands the perfect person. The same person who is not responding is responding to Raghuvan Maharaj. Why? Because Raghuvan Maharaj understands he is in the self-realized state. He has gone through the training of Krishna consciousness. He understands that he is not this body but a powerful spirit. So that's why he is telling those personalities who already have some prerequisites. Just like in the school, A sixth grader cannot understand what's happening in 10th grade. For the sixth grader to understand 10th grade, he should come to 7th, he should come to 8th, he should come to 9th, then he'll come to 10th. That means you have to finish those prerequisites to come to 10th. Likewise, when we came to US, whoever studied here, if it did not meet the departmental requirement, then we have to take some prerequisite course to meet those departmental requirements. If that course is not there under the undergrad, we have to do that course in graduation. No, that is not part of graduation. It is a prerequisite course. That means that course will not be counted under graduation. That is a prerequisite course. That is exactly Jadabharat is speaking to this person, Rahugan Maharaj, because Rahugan Maharaj has completed the prerequisites. Jadabharat is not speaking to his family members because his family members are not in that state. They don't have any idea about any of these prerequisites. That means even if Jadabharat speaks, they will not understand because on Jadabharat they have familiarity. Na? They are familiar towards Jadabharat. That's why they cannot understand Jadabharat. That's why Jadabharat is simply quiet. He's not reacting or he's not responding. There's a reason. There's a reason. Because he doesn't want to quarrel, doesn't want to do this, do that. He's just simply quiet. He's not unnecessarily wasting his valuable time. Now everyone's time is valuable. Everyone will not understand. But Jada Bharat is understanding that his time is very valuable. That is why he's not responding. That's why he's been given some small services and he'll just engage in that and completely immersed in the science of Krishna consciousness. He'll think about that truth continuously again and again. The moment came when Rahugan Maharaj person came. At that moment, Jadabharat began to speak. Why? Because he understands this person can really understand what I'm telling. For those personalities, opening his mouth. Because he feels that this is where the service is required. Or for others, he did not speak at Kalika Upasaka, he did not speak at the family members. He did not speak to anyone. He spoke to that person because if that person becomes a devotee, everyone will become a devotee. So he's a very intelligent person. Jadabharat is not an ordinary person. He's a very intelligent person. So why am I telling this is importance in practicing Krishna consciousness we should understand. Are applying today, tomorrow, after 10 years, that will come. But we should understand this now. If we do not hear attentively, how can we understand? Can we understand this? We cannot understand. If we hear attentively, then we can understand. Then we can understand, Krishna consciousness means, we should surrender. Dear devotees, that is the beginning. Because Arjuna surrendered at the beginning, not at the end. At the end, he confirmed that surrender. At the end, he confirmed his surrender. How is confirmed? When Krishna said, Sarva Dharmat Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam. Arjuna said, yes, Krishna. Yata Desha Tata Guru. Krishna said, Arjuna, now I told everything. You can do whatever you want. Then Arjuna said, I will fight. This is submission. That means, now what is happening? At that point of time, grief is gone. At that point of time, all the inabilities in the heart are gone. He's very solid now, both internally and externally. This solid consciousness this solid consciousness is what gave him victory. Because that solid consciousness is also given by the Lord. Now, if everything is given by the Lord, how the hell this false ego will come in the consciousness? You tell me. Through our own illusion, we think that we are doing this. At that moment, this false ego is coming. Up until this, if we are continuously seeing GA and DH, up until that point of time, please understand why the false ego, we should always think about this. Why the false ego, how the false ego can be checked. How this falsification can be set aside? Continuously, we should understand everything is being done by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. Then why the falsification will come? Do you see Arjuna having falsification? He fought the battle. He was victorious. Was he having falsification? No, even a tinge is not there. Why? He knows everything is given to him by the Lord because he's not forgetting his situation which he was there in chapter 1. Grief-stricken situation. Likewise, we should not forget our pathetic condition before we came to Krishna consciousness, before we came to right association. We shouldn't forget our pathetic condition. And once we have taken that association very nicely, these things will never come into one's consciousness. If these things are coming, means we have never taken that association in the right way. That means if the falsification is coming, if the proprietorship mentality is coming, means we should understand. I did not took this association very much. That is not their problem, that is my problem. That's why even Bharata Maharaj, when he gave up everything, still the compassion which is there in his heart bounded him here for 2 lives. It means we should not be compassionate. No, compassion should be there. How the compassion should be there, that also we should understand. There's a reason for this compassion. No, he could have been compassionate with the deer from distance. That means he could have protected the deer and then let loose the deer so that he can continue his sadhana. But he protected the deer, and he kept it out of compassion. That's how Maya works. A lot of people will ask how Maya works. Our Maya is working through every action. Because if our actions are not pure, what is that? Maya is working on that. Is it not working? She's working. Can we see Krishna? No. Why? Because she's stopping us. Is the attachment from Dhana Jana Sundari gone? No. Why? Maya is there working on us. And also the other thing, our desire is not strong. For example, read about this. I was just thinking about this in the afternoon. I've been trying to talk to a devotee. Now I know him since 3-4 years. I've been talking to this devotee. He hears from my spiritual master. We all here together. But I talk to him and then see when is he coming to India. I was just thinking, if the person is postponing more and more, then I was just thinking, God forbidden, it shouldn't happen. Let's say if the person leaves the body before coming, what is that state? I was just thinking about ourselves also. If you are trying to practice Krishna conscious, but in between, before coming to the state of pure surrender, we left this body. What would be our situation? Krishna says, Neha Vikramana, he'll give another opportunity, but through that another opportunity, will we get that desire again back? Do we have the possibility of getting that desire again? Do we have the possibility of getting that association? Krishna will give that association, but at that point of time, if our consciousness is not right, then how can we take that association? If our consciousness is running behind Dhanajana Sundari at that particular moment, then we'll put that person down. The moment I put that particular person down, then the teachings, the acharyas, their words, everything is down. Because my consciousness is in the material realm. Krishna gave me a chance. But I'm misusing the chance. So what is going to happen? Because when we think like this, dear devotees, do we have any certainty here? There is no certainty. Our health can be diseased. Tomorrow we might not come. Tomorrow we might not join. We might stop. Anything could happen. At least whatever we are doing today, that is only the thing which is there. Even this also is not in our control. Krishna has to grant the time. At that time, we have to wake up. Before that, we have to wake up, chant our rounds. We should be ready. That is, Krishna is granting us. Krishna is sanctioning us. If he is not sanctioning, when he will not sanction? When we are rebellious. Will it take much time to become rebellious? No, it will not take much time. Because already those gunas are there in our consciousness before. Likewise, if you are delaying this process more, what is happening? We don't know. Parikshit Maharaj has 7 days. We don't know how many days we have. I'm not putting anyone down. I'm telling the truth. Please understand. This truth has to be heard. The truth should be very practical. Do we have any certainty? Is that thought wrong? It is not wrong. There's a possibility. Anyone can leave at any moment. That means what is my devotion? Today itself is only today itself. This is the only day it's my devotion. I don't know whether tomorrow I have a chance or not. But if I relax today, thinking अभी चलेंगे अभी करेंगे जपा करेंगे अभी थोड़ा फोन देखेंगे बीच में. If I have that desire, how can I see the presence of the Lord? Just like Bilawangar Das Thakur Maharaj, when he went to the prostitute, the prostitute was telling, 1 second, what is? Prostitute was telling, Arey, why did you came in the dead of the night? He started telling, I came for you. Arey, if at least you have this desire towards the Lord, you would have been a great devotee. That immediately shook him up. The desire to have me, if you have the same desire towards the Lord, you would have been great. Immediately. And he says that she is my spiritual master. Because she opened his consciousness. He immediately took that one word, that's it. I always think, I had just one word. And Mataji told, he accepted. That Mataji told, why you have desire to me? You should have desire towards the Lord. He accepted just one word. So Prabhupada is writing thousands of pages. Babre, if I count all these pages, how many pages? Thousands of pages. I remember my spiritual master gave like 20 years if I calculate all those classes. I don't know how many hours. Thousands of hours. All this is there. But that conviction of one thing that Krishna is my everything, it's not yet there. That means, will it come this life? Don't know. Will it come in the next life? Don't know. No, who has to give that? It depends on our desire. So if you at least begin having the desire that all this material life is not my thing. Even Arjuna is telling, even he's been given the position of Devi Devatas, still he's not happy. If you realize that thing, great about it, will become a great, will advance a lot in Krishna consciousness. The devotees, I'll tell one thing and conclude. Draupadi Amma and Krishna had a cut in his finger. She was not wondering where the cloth is. Krishna had a cut on the finger. She's not wondering where the cloth is, here, there. She immediately cut her saree. She tore the saree and then tied the knot. Because she has a brotherly affection with the Lord. Intimate relation. She just did that. Now to respond to that, Lord gave thousands of saris to her. At her dire condition, she's almost about to be naked. At that moment, at that moment she said, Hey Krishna, hey Govinda, hey Mukunda, help. That's it. Immediately Krishna came. This is the power of the Lord. We do something, Krishna will reciprocate. So likewise, I was thinking, when I gave up the job in America and came back to India, is Krishna not seeing? Is my spiritual master not seeing? Srila Prabhupada not seeing? They're all seeing. Don't they reciprocate? They reciprocate. They might not reciprocate today. At least in the next life, at least after a few years, they'll reciprocate. For sure, they'll reciprocate. They reciprocated to Mother Draupadi. He reciprocated to Mother Draupadi. Why will not he reciprocate? He will reciprocate to every devotee who wants to practice pure devotion. Krishna is readily available for them. Krishna is available. We are not here for capturing some knowledge. We are here to transform our consciousness, to change our heart completely. Because these pastimes are not ordinary pastimes. These pastimes can be, you can see these pastimes in your heart through reciprocation from the Lord. So cultivate those desires. Become free from these material inabilities of this world. Try find ways and means. Pray to the Lord. Pray to the spiritual master. Pray to Srila Prabhupada. Please show me the way so that I can come out of all these inabilities and then practice pure devotion. At least for 5 years of my life. I don't know how many lives. I don't know. We don't know how much time we have. At least we should pray like this. My dear Lord, at least give me 5 years. 5 years of my life. This 5 years will be epitome. You'll go and come back to Godhead. Not through that 5 years, I'll tell one thing. Through that 5 years of practice of pure devotion service, which stick to sadhana, stick to everything, you'll get Krishna will give you one mercy. Through that mercy, you'll chant his Shuddhanam once. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. With that Shuddhana, you'll go back on back to them. What is happening? What are you doing? You're transforming the consciousness. We are not running behind anything of this world. It doesn't belong to us. We are running behind that person. Govinda. Running behind that person, Srila Prabhupada, his followers. They are our life and soul. When this consciousness is developed into our heart, then we do great. Then we understand, oh, my dear Lord, you kept me all these problems for me to come to this state. Thank you. Then you say, thank you, Krishna. Because without this problem, how will I understand? How will I take your shelter? It's very important. So cultivate those desires. Cultivate the desires for aspiring or doing pure devotional service. When we cultivate that, the Lord will be very happy. Would like to stop here. Anyone would like to add anything? Like to share? Bhaswaryama spoke extra today to give more clarity. Hope that helped. I'm sure so. Hope that answered your question. Yes, Amma, please tell.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Amazing, amazing, Prabhu. Yes, you have that determination, Prabhu, because you are practicing so seriously that Krishna and Guru both will reciprocate. Definitely. to your dedication, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. I don't want to say anything, Prabhu. It's amazing. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Krishna is very merciful, the merciful Father. He gives opportunities, ways, means to come closer to Him. And when we use those opportunities very nicely, then we really feel that Krishna consciousness is a great science. We really understand that this is something special and this belongs to us. We feel that. We feel that yes, this process belongs to us. Because if you think about this, 2 hours we spend for chanting 16 rounds, and 1 hour or 2 hours for doing Shravana, and some more time for reading and doing our services. We do this every day. Every day. That means what are we doing? Good, good. That means what are we doing? We are engaging our time for His pleasure, the pleasure of the Lord. We engage our time. When we do that, then what happens? We see reciprocations. So revelations in that will come. I remember Spiritual Master telling, he always insists us to become more and more pure. Please, more and more. He always tells, please become more and more pure. Because Srila Prabhupada is very pleased with that consciousness. We should all try to please him. So he always tells this. So we should aspire for that state and move forward. Hare Krishna. So to Arjuna's word, now just see his heart. I was very happy to read that. Arjuna not just submitted, Shishastem Sayamantam Prabannam. But after that, he's concluding, Hare Krishna. He's concluding with another shloka stating that none of these things will give me satisfaction because I have problem in the heart. Great. He's very honest. On top of that, he's trying to please the Lord by submitting to Him. Please understand this. He's very honest with his heart. On top of that, he's submitting. This is a pure devotion. We see in the life of Srila Prabhupada also. Srila Prabhupada, he says, no, I didn't understand at the time of taking sannyas. I was thinking that, oh, I'm going to leave this. He was very honest, very beautiful. And then later on he says, when all the disciples came, he said, no, Krishna gave me beautiful children. Because at the time of sannyas, I was thinking, oh, what's going to happen to my family? I was little hesitant. We accepted that. This is Mahabhagavat. Very pure, very clear with his consciousness. He's telling I was not feeling great to accept this. But later on he said, Krishna gave me everything. Now I'm understanding why Krishna kept me in that situation. Because Krishna gave me a deadlock situation. That I have to take this only. Just like Arjuna is kept in that deadlock situation. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada was also given that deadlock situation. So that you need to understand. There's so many similarities between pure souls. I don't see much difference between Arjuna and Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Anyone else would like to add? Otherwise, we'll stop.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhu, can you hear me? Prabhu, are you able to hear me, Prabhu?
Yes, Amma.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. I just want to convey my gratitude. Beautifully explained.
Amma, can you be a little louder, please?
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, now I can hear.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. I just want to
Yes, Amma.
share my gratitude. Beautifully explained on the question that Vamsi Vilas Prabhu asked. That only when I mean, I might say, okay, I'm surrendered, but then the grief within that would be dissipated only when when it is taken to the heart. Now, and it's a process, right, Prabhuji? I understand you gave an example of the prostitute, and um, I forget what was the pastime that you explained in the class, but it was only at 1 minute, one moment, that the acharya realized that, okay, this is what Krishna is giving to me. But for a sadhaka, it's a continuous process, right, Prabhuji? In between, there would be many obstacles, but sticking to the words, remembering always, even hearing Shravana without interpretation, without thinking that, okay, this is to be applied to somebody else. No, it is told to me. It should be applicable to me. Very consciously listening and then applying it, slowly. The grief would be dissipated, right, Prabhuji? For a sadhaka, um, compared to Arjuna. So, Shravana is very important. Only through Shravana from the Guru Parampara, and then applying it through the service, right, Prabhuji? If service is not there, then obviously the grief wouldn't be. Though it seems like surrendered, but it wouldn't be fully. So
Yes.
just one.
So that is very important. Through service, one gains so much. The first service is Shravana. Through the Shravana, when the consciousness is purified, when we have been given those services, then we do remembering them, who was given that service. We should be grateful to them because they gave us that service. For example, if there is no service, what do we do? Cannot do. So the service, that relationship is established. Just like Draupadi Amma, she did a service to the Lord by tearing her sari. That's a service. Through her service, Lord reciprocated. For her devotion, Lord gave him Akshaya Patra. Lord gave her Akshaya Patra. Because she's in a selfless way. Please understand, these things are not just pastimes, they are actually manifestations. That means to the devotees, we see wonderful souls in our movement. Now, why all of them are doing great things? Why? Because they've been empowered. Why? Why are they empowered? Because they are in the selfless. They are trying to serve their spiritual master sincerely. They're not looking for dana jana, anything in those lines. Their intention is this. So coming to that state, one should have that aspiration. Then it will become manifestation. Because if that kind of consciousness which Arjuna developed at this particular moment, with that consciousness only we will understand what Krishna is speaking next. Ashoshan anvashoshastam pragnavadansha bhasase. Gatasunna gatasuncha nanu shochanti vandidaha. The Personal God has said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worth of a grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead. Krishna is immediately one statement. You are lamenting for that which you are not supposed to lament. Why are you in that state? Oh, this is a secret actually. What Krishna is doing? Krishna is chastising Arjuna. The slogan number 1 itself. Chastisement, heavy chastisement is coming. then he begins to speak Gita. With the chastisement, Arjuna is corrected. Then he will speak about soul, his properties, details, dualities of this world, three gunas. Entire summary of Gita will be given in chapter 2. It's important. See, up until Arjuna came to that state, Krishna is not opening his mouth. My friends, please understand. If we do not come to that state, we do not have that aspiration, we will not understand the science of Krishna consciousness. We should have that aspiration. We should plan to come to that state. Well, it is important. What is the most important thing in Krishna consciousness? This one. Arjuna's state of submission. That's sloka number 7, 8. The most important thing in Gita is that is when he is actually putting himself in front of the Lord. Then Lord gives various instructions. That means the foundation, the platform is established. Now, when the platform is established, when the land is tilted properly, it's a fertile land, then the moment you put the seeds, it will grow. Now that platform is chapter 1. In Arjuna's consciousness. We learn great lessons with that. Please understand. This is Bhagavad Gita, but this is also Bhagavatam. Because it is a conversation between the Lord and his devotee. Great. Thank you all very much. Let's stop here. Please excuse me if I caused an inconvenience through my words. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.